Michael Scofield isn't just a character in a TV series. He's a mind that turns strategy into an art form. To the casual viewer, he might seem like the man who escaped Fox River or caused chaos in Sona. But that's just the surface. Beneath the tattoos, the calm demeanor, and the neatly folded blueprints lies a mind capable of orchestrating events with surgical precision, anticipating every move, every obstacle, and every possible outcome before it even happens. Every plan he executes is more than just a means to an end. It's a symphony of precision, a dance between chaos and control. The ink on his skin is not just decoration, it's a living blueprint, a coded map of logic, contingency, and foresight. Each line tells a story, each number predicts a behavior, and every minute detail is designed to manipulate the environment and the people within it. Michael doesn't just think a few steps ahead. He calculates dozens, weaving human psychology, environmental factors, and timing into a single seamless plan. While others act impulsively, he moves like a shadow, silent, invisible, but always 3 steps ahead. Today we're going beyond the prison walls, beyond Fox River, beyond Sona. We're exploring the top 5 most ingenious Michael Scofield plans, schemes that are as brilliant as they are daring, and as psychological as they are tactical. These are the plans that reveal his true genius, a mind that sees not just what is, but what could be, and shapes reality itself to fit his vision. Prepare yourself to see Michael Scofield not as a fugitive or a hero, but as a strategist, a master manipulator, and a man whose intelligence is as formidable as it is terrifying. From silent rescues to psychological gambits, from citywide operations to invisible manipulations, each plan is a lesson in foresight, control, and human behavior. This isn't just a countdown. It's an exploration of brilliance and a deep dive into a mind that turns impossibility into inevitability. Cue suspenseful cinematic music, visuals of detailed blueprints, close-ups of tattoo lines, slow pan across cityscapes at night, shadowy figures moving strategically through corridors, and flashes of schematics coming to life. While most of Michael Scofield's exploits are defined by the harsh, confined walls of a prison, his genius isn't limited by physical boundaries. In Panama City, he orchestrated a high-stakes extraction that demanded not only careful planning, but an almost preternatural understanding of human nature. This wasn't a daring escape. This was strategy elevated to art. Michael didn't rely on brute force, guns, or explosions. He moved like a ghost, blending into the rhythm of the city while meticulously observing the patterns of those around him. Security guards followed predictable rotations. Politicians and businessmen carried themselves according to habitual routines. Even the rival factions, the subtle power plays, the tension in glances, the unspoken alliances, were all threads in the tapestry he carefully wove. Every detail mattered: a distracted guard, a delayed courier, a misplaced sign. Michael turned all these small, ordinary events into levers to manipulate reality itself. Diversions that seemed accidental were carefully timed to perfection, drawing attention exactly where he wanted, while his true objective moved undetected beneath the surface. Friends, enemies, and even random civilians became unconscious pieces on his chessboard. What makes this plan extraordinary is its elegance. There were no dramatic explosions, no shouting crowds, no chaotic chases. To anyone watching, it appeared as if nothing had happened at all. And yet Michael had achieved the impossible. He didn't just navigate the city, he controlled it, anticipating every move before it happened, bending the environment and its inhabitants to his will. His mind calculated risks with mathematical precision. He predicted human error, exploited behavioral quirks, and even leveraged fear and ego to manipulate outcomes. Each step was rehearsed in his head, each possibility accounted for, creating a scenario where success was almost inevitable. It was a silent dance, invisible to the untrained eye, but flawless in execution. This is the hallmark of Michael Scofield's brilliance. The most effective strategies are often the ones that leave no trace, that operate unseen, and that succeed not through spectacle, but through meticulous foresight and an intimate understanding of human nature. Michael Scofield's genius extends far beyond prison walls. While Fox River and Sona showcase his ability to manipulate physical spaces, his mastery is equally lethal in a world where the prison isn't built of bricks, but of secrets and lies. In the corporate world, he faced a new kind of confinement, corruption hidden behind polished boardroom doors, masked by polite smiles, forged contracts, and invisible alliances. To dismantle this hidden empire, Michael didn't storm in with threats or intimidation. His weapon was his mind. Patience, subtlety, and flawless foresight became his arsenal. He carefully observed, cataloged, and analyzed every behavior, every nuance, and every unspoken power dynamic. Who listened to whom, who feared whom, who believed they were untouchable. Every detail became a piece of his puzzle. Michael then orchestrated situations where the guilty would incriminate themselves without ever realizing they were being manipulated. A misplaced file here, an ambiguous email there, a seemingly casual question in a meeting, all part of a meticulously designed chain of cause and effect. The brilliance wasn't in forcing outcomes, but in shaping them invisibly, making the corruption collapse under its own weight. Every conversation was a calculated move. Every interaction was a test of human behavior. Every choice, deliberate or instinctive, was anticipated and woven into his larger strategy. Unlike a prison break, which relies on movement and timing, this plan relied entirely on psychology. He didn't just anticipate actions, he created them, steering people like pieces on a board toward outcomes that served his design. And in doing so, Michael Scofield demonstrated that the mind can be more lethal than any weapon. While others rely on chaos, Michael relies on control, insight, and precision. By the time the boredom conspirators realized what had happened, it was already too late. The system they thought protected them had become their undoing, and Michael had done it without leaving a single trace of his hand. This plan serves as a reminder that genius isn't always about visible victories. Sometimes it's about creating invisible forces, bending systems to your will, and allowing the world to unravel itself while you remain the calm, calculating architect behind it all. Few plans in television demonstrate the fusion of mechanical genius, precise timing, and psychological mastery, quite like Michael Scofield's train sabotage. Unlike a typical prison escape, this operation wasn't about brute force or chaos. It was about understanding systems, predicting human behavior, and turning the environment itself into a tool of control. Michael began by studying the train system in meticulous detail. Every carriage, every coupling, every mechanical lever was analyzed. He identified weaknesses not just in the machinery, but in the routines of the guards, the movement of passengers, and the predictable timing of each stop. He knew that one misstep or one unpredictable human action could spell disaster. So he accounted for every variable, every contingency, and every potential failure. The plan itself was a ballet of precision. Michael orchestrated environmental distractions, a sudden commotion here, a deliberate delay there, each designed to manipulate attention and create openings. He predicted exactly where guards would be, how they would respond, and how civilians might inadvertently aid him. Every single action he took had a countermove already anticipated, ensuring that the entire operation unfolded seamlessly. But what makes this plan extraordinary isn't just technical brilliance. It's Michael's mastery over chaos. The world around him was volatile, trains hurtling at high speeds, lives at risk, countless moving parts all interacting unpredictably. And yet Michael remained calm, calculated, and several steps ahead at all times. He transformed an unstable, dangerous environment into a perfectly controlled stage, demonstrating that his mind could turn even inanimate objects into extensions of his strategy. There's also a psychological element. By subtly manipulating perceptions, he guided both his allies and adversaries into predictable behavior patterns. The enemy believed they had control, unaware that their own assumptions were being used against them. Michael's understanding of human nature turned potential panic into a tool, allowing him to execute the plan flawlessly under extreme pressure. This wasn't simply an escape, it was domination over space, time, and human behavior. Every second, every motion, every mechanical lever was part of an intricate web designed by a man who saw the world as a puzzle to solve. And when the operation concluded, the environment itself bore no trace of his influence, only the results. Success, unseen, yet undeniable. The train sabotage stands as one of Michael Scofield's most audacious feats, a perfect storm of strategy, mechanics, and human psychology. It reminds us that true genius isn't just about thinking ahead. It's about seeing the unseen, predicting the unpredictable, and bending both machines and minds to your will. If there's one thing Michael Scofield understands better than any lock or blueprint, it's the human mind. His most brilliant plans often rely not on force, but on the subtle manipulation of perception, expectation, and trust. And nowhere is this more apparent than in his use of the double bluff. The double bluff is deceptively simple in concept, but extraordinarily complex in execution. Michael allows his enemies to believe they are in control, to think they have anticipated his every move. He feeds them assumptions, creates distractions, and subtly guides their choices, all while concealing the true direction of his plan. By the time they realize the truth, it is far too late. The pieces have already fallen into place, and they are left as unwitting participants in a strategy they never saw coming. It is a testament to his understanding of psychology. He knows that people act according to ego, fear, and habit. By carefully shaping what they see and hear, he bends their reality without them realizing it. This is not manipulation for its own sake. It's control executed with precision and elegance, where every perceived advantage of his adversaries is turned into a liability. And then there is the silent rescue, perhaps Michael's most elegant and understated plan. Unlike a dramatic prison breakout or a high-speed chase, this operation relied on observation, timing, and subtlety. No alarms, no explosions, no chaos, just a deep awareness of human behavior and the environment itself. Michael mapped the terrain, memorized patterns of patrols, and anticipated every human reaction. Every doorway, every shadow, every step was accounted for, creating a path that seemed almost invisible to anyone watching. The beauty of the silent rescue lies in its subtlety. While others might rely on force or spectacle, Michael relies on patience and insight. He ensures that success is achieved without leaving a trace, and that those involved remain safe while the operation goes completely unnoticed by his enemies. Every contingency is covered, every variable predicted, every move deliberate. Together, the double bluff and the silent rescue demonstrate a crucial truth about Michael Scofield. His brilliance is as much psychological as it is tactical. He doesn't simply act, he anticipates, he influences, and he orchestrates outcomes in ways that make it impossible for anyone else to interfere. While most people rely on strength, speed, or intimidation, Michael relies on intellect, foresight, and an intimate understanding of human behavior. These plans are invisible masterpieces. They prove that the greatest victories are often the ones that leave no evidence, where control is absolute not because of force, but because the mind behind it is simply unmatched. Michael Scofield is far more than a character on a television show. He is a study in human intellect, patience, and strategic mastery. His genius is not measured merely by the walls he escapes or the chaos he creates. It is measured by the precision of his mind, the depth of his foresight, and his unparalleled ability to understand both systems and the people who operate within them. Every plan Michael executes is a living testament to this brilliance, from the Fox River breakout to the calculated maneuverings in Panama City, from exposing corruption in corporate boardrooms to silent rescues executed with flawless timing. Every action reflects a mind capable of anticipating countless variables simultaneously. He doesn't just react to chaos, he shapes it, bends it, and ultimately controls it. What sets Michael apart is his understanding of human nature. He knows that fear, pride, and expectation can be manipulated, and he uses that knowledge to orchestrate outcomes invisible to those around him. Allies and enemies alike are guided, almost imperceptibly, toward the consequences he has predicted, while the world believes it is acting of its own accord. Yet his brilliance is not only tactical, it is profoundly human. Michael's plans are rooted in empathy as much as intellect. He strategizes not merely to achieve an objective, but to protect lives, minimize unnecessary suffering, and ensure that those he cares about remain safe. It is a reminder that true genius is not just intelligence or cunning. It is the vision to see beyond the immediate and the patience to navigate complexity with composure. From confined prison cells to sprawling urban landscapes, from high-security corporate environments to perilous rescue operations, Michael Scofield demonstrates that mastery lies in understanding both the tangible and intangible elements of a situation, the mechanics of a system, the psychology of people, and the delicate interplay between the two. In the end, Michael Scofield teaches us that brilliance is not measured in flash or spectacle, but in foresight, subtlety, and the ability to orchestrate outcomes invisible to the untrained eye. He reminds us that the most extraordinary victories are often the quietest ones, executed not with noise, but with intellect, strategy, and unwavering calm under pressure. And that is why Michael Scofield will forever remain one of the most brilliant minds in television history, a man whose intellect turns impossibility into inevitability, whose foresight transforms chaos into order, and whose genius continues to captivate and inspire anyone who dares to study it.